Hey world, it's your host Marshall. Thanks for tuning into my podcast, Run On Thoughts. Here we talk about everything and nothing because we are not afraid to be all of ourselves even as we evolve. And that's my thought for my fellow thought thinkers as we unpack our traumas, past hurts, and other BS. Y'all ready? Let's go. Hey thought thinkers, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Run On Thoughts. I am so grateful and happy to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning. The sun is shining, summer is creeping up behind us, and I can't wait for us to be out in the world living and loving and being and unpacking and unlearning and letting the sun shine on our faces. Before we get started, I want to stand in a place of gratitude and thank any of you who have been on this journey with me since the very beginning. And I want to thank all of you who this is your first time listening. I welcome you. I welcome you to go to runONthoughts.com to listen from there. Subscribe, become a thought thinker, because the truth is you really do deserve you. Not tomorrow, but today. You deserve you today. With that, let's get right into today's episode, and it's a simple title. You are worthy. You are worthy. You deserve love. You deserve to belong. You deserve respect simply because you exist. Worthiness is not about having confidence. Some of you think that you are confident, and the truth is confidence is one thing. Confidence is believing you can do something. But worthiness is believing you deserve love and belonging, even when you're struggling, even when you're failing or still figuring the things out. As we are unpacking, as we are unlearning and becoming and stepping into our greatest selves, it is important that you understand that you deserve to be and have a full life even while you are figuring it out. That's why I say I am all of myself even as I evolve. And with that thought and concept, I am still worthy. You're worthy. And there's nothing wrong with feeling worthy, because some of you, so many people hear the word and think about entitlement and immediately think of arrogance. I have often been called arrogance, but the truth is I am not arrogant. I am sure of who I am in this moment. Even as I am trying to become a better person, I always give myself the grace to step into the new me, to step into my new shoes, and still I bring along worthiness the same way I carry joy with me on every single solitary journey. But there is a healthy form of entitlement. The belief that you are worthy of love, respect, belonging, opportunities, and care simply because you exist. Because without that belief, we often settle for less than we deserve. And I know that we have all been there. We have all been in situations and circumstances where we have accepted less than we deserve. And it is not your confidence that is keeping you from what you desire. It is the fact that you do not feel worthy. You have been convinced by society that you got to do shit. You think you got to do something in order to feel worthy. But the truth is you are here. You exist. And therefore, because you are here and because you exist, you are worthy. I understand that we are living in a society that has been structured into these class systems and all of these isms and all of this self-doubt that comes with that, right? You're born. And then you are born into a world that already has all of these rules about what it wants for you to be. And because of that, you think something is wrong with you, when the truth is that's not. There's some panel somewhere, some board of elites who have sat around and decided what you should be, who you should be, and why you should be, mostly for their comfort, mostly for their riches. And because of that, you are not in alignment with the universal energy. You are trying and on the rat race and the track for who others need you to be. And so you are fighting with yourself against the system. And I'm here to tell you that you know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. And I want you to understand that although this concept of worthiness, it makes you feel uncomfortable, the concept of feeling entitled, it makes you feel uncomfortable, but it's okay to feel entitled in certain circumstances, because you are entitled to be your full self. You are entitled to feel worthy. You are entitled to feel like you belong. You are here, like in The Color Purple, where she says, I'm here. When Celie says, I'm here, that's it. That's enough. You're here. You gotta understand that it is okay. And I'm gonna keep reiterating that this is not about arrogance or selfishness or believing that you're better than anyone else. Because I don't believe that I'm better than anyone else. Because I also subscribe to the idea that if you believe that you are better than someone, then you ultimately believe that there are people who are better than you. For example, if I have $10, you could think that you're better than the person that has $1. But that also means that the person who has $100 is better than you. And the truth is, that's not my truth. I don't give a damn what you got. I don't care who you are, what you are, how you got to where you're going. Right? I can appreciate things about someone, but I am judging my story by my story. I am judging my successes by the journey that my life, by what I have had to overcome. I don't need to judge you because I am comfortable in all of my skin. Many people who judge are not comfortable in their skin. Many people who are selfish are not comfortable in their skin. Arrogant people are usually insecure. And I'm not insecure because I am doing the work. I am comfortable being Marshall. And that's why this conversation is something much deeper than just being arrogant or selfish. It's the healthy entitlement that says, once again, I deserve to be loved. I deserve respect. I deserve community. I deserve to take up space. That's why I'm always telling you guys that you have to create the community and the village. You have to curate the village of people that you want. It is hard work to be all of yourself, because when you are comfortable in your own skin, you also have to be comfortable in making decisions to excommunicate and get rid of people that you might even love, because their energy is toxic, because they make you feel unworthy. And when those people or places or things make you feel unworthy, then there are people who are attached to them that you also may have to give up. That's why I tell you guys that it is not easy being all of yourself, but it is worth it. It is not easy being comfortable in your skin, but it is worth it. There is a peace that comes over you that allows you to have the space in your brain to curate joy and love and worthiness and the belief that you deserve it. And that's what this is about. I want you to deserve to take up space. I feel comfortable in any room that I'm in, because I am not looking out yonder to the people in the room to validate me. I walked in the room already self-validating. Because like Cat Williams say, it's the esteem of the self. It's in the word. I love me. I am not going to allow a society to dictate to me who the fuck I should be when I walk in the room. I know who I am. And I know that as humans, all of us fall short. All of us have weaknesses and strengths. And sometimes those who are in power or in the seats of power in those positions want you to feel less worthy so that they can post themselves up, so that they can put themselves on a pedestal. But I don't give a damn about your pedestal. I don't give a damn what you got. Can I be proud or happy or see some of your journey and try to emulate some of that journey? Of course. But it's like advice. Even the advice that I give you, I give this advice to you guys freely. This is my love language to you. And because it's my love language to you and my offering to you, you can do with it as you may. I will not be upset, because the truth is, I expect you only to take the parts that serve you. Or if you hear something that will serve someone else, share it. Or if you think you need to put it up on the shelf for later, then do so. Then do so, because you may not be ready. You may not be ready, but you feel it in your spirit, and your spirit tells you to keep listening, or your spirit tells you to hold that. I'll get to that when I need it. But my advice is free. It's free. It's from a place of going through shit. Because I don't even understand giving advice when you haven't gone through shit. But I've gone through a lot of shit. And that going through a lot of shit is why I'm so happy. I'm happy because I recognize what it feels like to not be happy. I recognize what it feels like to not have, to do without, to get it from the bottom, to come from the bottom. And because of that, to be in relationships with people that don't serve you or don't love you or don't want the best from you. I've been there. And because of that, I vow that I will never allow that again. I will stand 10 toes down in who I am before I ever allow or invite that type of chaos into my life. Some of you want somebody or something because you don't want to feel lonely. Well, let me tell you something. There ain't a motherfucker in this world who can come into your life and make you feel unlonely. Because the truth is, you got to feel that coming from inside. Asking somebody to fill you up means that you are emptying their cup, especially if you don't got nothing to give them. Isn't that crazy? Many of us have been taught that we got to earn love, that we got to prove our value or shrink ourselves to be accepted. But I'm telling you that worthiness isn't something that you achieve. What if I tell you that it's just something that you recognize? You stand in the mirror and you come back to yourself. You come back to your center. You come back to the energy force that is you, that is connected to the energy of the universe or God or whatever you call it. And you remember who the fuck you are. You recognize who you are. You recognize your own achievements. You recognize your own shortcomings and how far you've come. And yes, how far you got to go, but you get to carry your worthiness and joy on the journey. You don't have to prove yourself. So many of us, I'm a woman. So even though I'm talking out to the world, I talk to women because that is the landscape of which I understand. Many of us have been taught that we have to prove our value. So we tap dance and do all this type of stuff, all of these offerings of cooking and cleaning and loving and trying to make ourselves feel like we are the most feminine and therefore deserving of the most from someone. And when that doesn't happen, we take the blame for it. But the truth is, you're taking the blame for it because all of the things that need you to feel like you are worthy of love attach itself to your ego. And because it's attached itself to your ego, you're going to keep fighting your ego to win the love, to prove yourself, to fight for someone love, to fight for the respect. Because you don't realize that you get to take up space just because, that you should feel love just for being you, that you should not have to perform or be anchored in labor for someone to love you. They should love you just because. And I feel this way about you too, men. We live in a society that says that your job is to protect from who? You guys. But it's the fact, and the reason why you have to protect us from you is because they have stripped you of being you. They have taken all the beauty out of you and just giving you this sense of brute force and said, make me money and I'll give you woman. But the truth is, I don't believe that none of us is all feminine or all masculine. I try not to talk about relationships. I believe that we are all of the energies. And many of us and most of us are varying degrees of that energy. But you don't get to walk a whole human experience when you are trying to fit into a box, because none of us fit into a box. We all are around here jumping in many different boxes. And yes, there are boxes that we lead with, but you don't got to stay in that motherfucking box. Get out. If you change your mind and you want to be led in another box, so what? But it is all of these definitions and the feeling that you got to stay in the one box that is making you feel unworthy. Unworthy to be great, unworthy to be yourself. You got to believe that you are worthy just because. It is that important. It is that deep. There is power in knowing that you are worthy. There is power in believing you deserve good things. And believing that is one of the most important acts of self-love. Self-love. I hear many of you talk about how much you love yourselves, and you don't. I know you don't, because you spend all this time talking about other people. You spend all this time talking about the other sex or the other race, when the truth is the work is in yourself. I don't care what they doing over there or down yonder or who they're talking about. I self-validate. You can't validate me. You can't break me. I bend. You can't break me. I know who I am. Can you hurt my feelings? Of course you can. Can you make me cry? Of course you can. But I got balance. I have a center. I know how to get back to my joy because I'm carrying it with me. I am carrying my joy. I am carrying my worthiness. And that is what I want for you guys. And because of that, I want to share 3 ways for you to practice healthy worthiness. The first is, stop treating basic human needs as a reward. Stop treating basic human needs as a reward. Love, respect, rest, connection, and kindness are not prizes you earn after suffering enough. The amount of you who think that you got to suffer for love. If someone needs you to suffer for their love, they do not love you. They want to use you and extract from you and take from you, but they don't love you. They are not a reciprocator. They are just a taker. I have another quote. If 2 people are always giving, then 2 people are always receiving. And you need to remember that you do not need to suffer to feel worthiness. They are needs. They are inherent. When you stop seeing them as rewards, you stop settling for relationships and environments that make you prove your value. I want you to ask yourself, would I believe someone I love deserves this? If the answer is yes, why not you? Why not you? So many of us who feel unworthy always want others to feel worthy. But the truth is, it's okay to want for yourself what you want for others. Next, challenge the stories that tell you you're too much or not enough. Many of us carry messages from childhood, relationships, or society that tell us we're unworthy. Notice when these voices appear. Replace I have to earn my place with I belong here. Replace I should be grateful for whatever I get with I can be grateful and still expect better. And the truth is, the stories that say that I'm too much or not enough, I am too much. And I will always be too much because I am walking into every room as my full self. I will not bow my head. I will not dim my light. I will not crack my cup. Now, if you don't feel like enough, then of course this conversation is for you and you need to feel worthy. You need to do the work of feeling worthy. Practice receiving without guilt. The number of us who can't even say thank you when someone gives you a compliment is next level. But you have been told that humble is a good word. It's not. It's not. It means to feel less than. When people say, yo, humble yourself, they want you to feel like you are beneath them. And I'm telling you to put your motherfucking head up. One of the strongest signs of worthiness is the ability to receive compliments, receive support, receive opportunities, receive love. My village will tell you that I am a receiver. Am I a giver? Yes, but I don't got a problem asking for anything. I ask for the gifts that I want. I ask for the celebration that I want. I ask people, I let them know how they are going to treat me or we will just not be. I am in control of me. I have once heard people, or a lot of times, say I'm rude. Someone is standing over me and I don't like to be stood over, but I should take it. That's because they have been indoctrinated to feel like they should take abuse because speaking up for yourself is abuse. Get the fuck out of here. Not speaking up for yourself is abuse. I should have to accept the abuse even though I know what makes me feel uncomfortable just to make the person who makes me feel uncomfortable comfortable. I will not. I will not. And you should not. You should not. You should learn to receive. When someone offers kindness, resist the urge to immediately downplay it or explain it away. Just say thank you. No, seriously, just say thank you. Receiving is not selfish. It's a recognition that you are worthy of what is being offered. And I'm going to say it again. You are worthy because you exist. And that is enough. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of respect and belonging exactly as you are. You do not have to earn what is already your birthright. It is okay to believe that you should receive good things without the guilt because you are deserving of them. And you guys have to remember that words have power. And most of what I try to unpack here is how we treat ourselves. So how you talk to yourself, it has power. If you believe you are unworthy, then I am telling you that the universe is going to tell you that you are right. You are going to go out into the world and find experiences that mirror your truth about yourself. But remember, truth is not always fact, which is why you have to tell yourself another truth. You have to tell yourself the truth that you are worthy so that you can go out into the world and you can feel worthy, and so that you can let the universe tell you and show you how worthy you are, because the universe is always right, but you have to align your truth with its energy, because remember, you are energy. You have the power to change course, but you have to believe it internally. You can't just say it. You have to believe it, but you have to block out and unblock all of these portals within you that have allowed these outside structures and forces and isms to make you believe that you are unworthy. You do not have to earn your humanity. And I'm going to tell you guys that I used to feel unworthy. When you are a young black girl who is a teenage mom without parents, and you are feeling like you are out in this world all by yourself, even though as an adult I know that that is not true. I recognize that at every stage of my life there was someone there who was willing to take me to the next level. But the truth is, I had to begin to feel worthy so that I can meet and see those people while I'm out on the journey. That is why it is important to believe and be ready to receive the idea that you are worthy, because you want the angels of life, you want the miracles to see you, you want the next leg of the race to have water, you want the sun to be there, you want to be able to get over all of these life's obstacles. And you want to be able to see it. Your people are there, but if you don't feel worthy, you're gonna walk right past that thing that makes you feel worthy. You're going to walk right into unworthy. Y'all are walking into bad relationships and bad experiences and bad opportunities and bad feelings simply because you are feeling unworthy. And I am telling you to stop feeling unworthy. I had to stop feeling unworthy so that I could get out of my circumstance. I had to believe that I and myself, my son, we deserve better. And in order to know that we deserve better, I had to know and understand and stand 10 toes down in the fact that I am the better. You do not have to prove your worth before you deserve love, respect, community, or joy. Healthy entitlement is not about believing you deserve more than others. It's believing you deserve what every human being deserves. The moment you truly understand your worth, you stop begging for a seat at tables where you belong. You stop accepting crumbs when you're worthy of nourishment and a full plate. And you stop questioning whether you're enough, because you always were. I'm tired of talking to you guys. Bye.